Hello, I'm Keaton.
And I'm Zach.
And I'm Troy.
And today we're going to be discussing the UW Parkside baseball team and what they look forward to the 2017 year. First thing we're going to discuss about is all aspects of the baseball game. We're going to be talking about coaching, player, and the trainer view of all these guys. So we also asked them what their roles, goals, and outlook for this year was. The first guy we interviewed was Zach Cunningham. He's the assistant coach here at UW Parkside, and basically I was asking him in his interview, what does he do during a practice or games? What's his role? What's his niche? So he basically told me he's a first base coach during the game, and then during practices he usually does hitting work. That means he's working on foot, bat, speed, and things that can improve your hitting and have you more success at the plate. And he also talked about base running, how big his lead should be, when a guy is going to go home and when the runner should steal. And he also said he works with the fielders and positioning. So if they know a big guy's coming up, they're 4 or 5 hitters, they got to shift the guys over to the left and how they should catch the ball. They should be in front of it and make a crisp, clean throw to the first or second base or wherever the ball needs to be delivered. I also talked with Zach about what mentality he brings to the game. So he basically told me he's a very positive guy, has a lot of energy, and looks forward to winning every single game, every pitch. It starts with one pitch, and that's how you succeed in this game. Take one pitch at a time. Another thing he also talked about was what he's looking for in his players. What kind of mentality do they have? So he's saying like he wants to see his players with a lot of energy, always positive, never has their head down, and looking forward to the next at bat, next pitch. And that was basically what we talked about in the first interview with Zach Cunningham. I'm bringing it over here to Zach. He's going to talk about Mario Samuel, senior pitcher for the UW Parkside Rangers. Go ahead, Zach.
All right. Mario mentioned that he's pretty excited about this upcoming season. He has a lot of expectations. He expects the team to make it to the conference tournament. They have a lot of seniors and upperclassmen with quite a bit of experience under their belt, so they shouldn't be too stressed, shouldn't get too rattled. He also has a couple main, goals that he wants to accomplish during the season. He wants to, every time he steps out on the mound, to give his team a chance to compete. It starts just like Kean said, starts with every pitch, and he's the pitcher, so he's got a big role to play in that. He also wants to get 60 strikeouts and have less than 25 walks during the season. After he graduates, he plans on becoming a strength and conditioning coach. But before he goes down that road, he would like to play some more baseball. He knows that MLB might be a long shot, but he would want to play some independent baseball maybe for a couple years before he transitions over to coaching.
And I talked to Kenny Wilka, head trainer and pitching coach for the Rangers. I talked to Kenny about what he does to prepare the athletes for the off-season going into this season, and he said that he works on mostly stretches and doing the right workouts, and just so the players don't get injured. And I asked him, like, well, what's different from last year? And he said he's been doing more band work, longer dynamic and stretch, just so they're loose before they go and practice swinging, throwing. And then along with throwing, he said that he works with more on the mechanics instead of just going out there and just throwing long toss every time. He wants them to be able to throw right so they don't injure their shoulders. For injury-wise, if a player gets injured, Kenny during the season, Kenny said that he'll do whatever he can as fast as he can to make them 100% to get ready for the next weekend. Because, I mean, no one wants to be out for a weekend, especially since the college season is not as long. And he said that he'll do whatever he can, but he needs to have the players' cooperation to help out with schedule-wise to get them ready for the next weekend. Another way he talked about injury is it also depends on how old the player is. If he's a senior and it's his last year playing, he'll kind of let the senior decide if he wants to go out and play while he's still sore, because you might only have 2 more games in your career left. So you gotta let him decide that. But if it's a freshman and he has 4 more years, it's up to the freshman. It's up to the trainer Kenny and our head coach, Coach Espo, to decide if they want to rest him because he has 3 more years left. And then for pitching wise, I asked him what he does for the pitchers, and he said mostly mechanic work, just like throwing wise. But he also works on their running, their types of pitches they're going to throw in the games, and then he also calls the pitching for the game. And so that's basically who we talked to about and for this team. And these guys will help the Ranger baseball team a tremendous amount for this upcoming season, and hope that they get their conference tournament bid.
We want to thank you for watching and everyone that contributed. Go luck. What the fuck is that? I want to say good luck.
You just swore.